Hello, and welcome to the CISSP Exam Prep Part 2. My name is Mark Edmead, and I'll be your instructor for this course. If at any point you have any questions, just go to the question comment box. So let's get started. First, let's go through a course introduction for this Part 2. Let's revisit again the four process of the certification for the CISSP exam. First is the examination. This is where you sign up for the test, for the date, and the location. You can do this directly from the isscsquared.org, which is the website that you sign up. You then say which date you want to use and what location. Then you have to pay the examination fee. Part of the process is also doing an assertion that you have 5 years of professional experience in the information security field or 4 years plus a college degree. You could also use an advanced degree in information security from the National Center of Excellence or a regional equivalence of that program, which you can use to substitute 1 year towards the total 5 years. You complete the exam agreement, and then you successfully have to answer 4 questions on criminal history and background. In order to be issued a certificate, the candidate must pass the CISSP exam. This is an exam that is 250 questions. It's a 6-hour exam, and you need to score at least 700 points or greater. Then you have to submit a properly completed endorsement form, and then if necessary or if selected for audit, you need to successfully pass an audit of the assertions that you made about your education and your experience in the information security field. The endorsement is that once you pass the exam, you don't quite have your CISSP certification yet. This is required now, and what it is an application where you find somebody to endorse you, who can vouch for you. And the endorser attests the candidate's assertions regarding the professional experience. So maybe this is a manager that you worked with or that you work for. It could be a colleague. The candidate must be in good standing with the information security industry, but they do not need to be a CISSP. Candidates passing the audit process then are issued the CISSP certification. Now, it could be that you might be selected randomly to be audited by the ISC Squared in order to make sure that the certificate is valid. Once you have your CISSP, then there are some maintenance requirements. Recertification is required every 3 years. That includes 120 CPE points, and you must remain in good standing with the ISC Squared. You can get these 120 credits by continuing your education, by attending conferences or reading books, and you can go to the website to then enter that information, and it keeps track for you. You need to have a minimum of 20 CPE every year. Then you also need to pay the annual maintenance fee, which is currently $85 per year. So now we're on part 2 of the series on the CISSP Prep. In this part 2, we're going to review the following domains: business and continuity disaster recovery planning, legal regulations, physical security, cryptography, computer law, investigation, and ethics. And then we're also going to continue talking about how to prepare for the CISSP certification exam. So the course objectives is to discuss physical security controls, explain how to perform cryptography, and how cryptography can help secure our architecture. We're going to talk about business continuity and disaster recovery and the role that it plays in maintaining availability of our systems. And we're also going to discuss some of the legal and regulatory compliance requirements, as well as ethics and computer investigations. The prerequisites for this course is, of course, a background in information security, attendance in other security training courses, and part 1 of this course, which address many of the topics that we're going to expand upon now in this part 2. The module topics are business continuity plans, the key elements in the BCP process, risk analysis as it relates to the business continuity planning, the actual planning itself and the steps that you take in creation of a BCP plan. We're going to talk about physical security risk, electrical and fire considerations for your building. We're going to talk about physical access controls. We're going to talk about cryptography, encryption, different encryption methods, security issues when using cryptography. We're going to talk about introduction to computer crime, legal considerations that we need to be concerned about as a CISSP, the computer crime and the process for investigations, computer forensics. If you have any questions, please use the question and comment box. Thank you for joining us. This is the end of the course introduction.